over the past year, some of your comments have been the exact gems to add something special to this decluttering, paring down my collection, getting rid of a ton of sneakers. You guys have been so helpful. And this comment, it may be one of the best of 2025 on my channel. So again, I just thank you all, especially when you choose to engage and share your own journey and how things are going for you, right? Because for a lot of us here, I guess it is a safe space in terms of us pulling back on pickups, right? It's not the norm. We're chasing 4 and 5 pairs and we're always anxiously awaiting a shock drop. We're not. That doesn't mean we don't support others that are still doing that. It doesn't mean we're not happy for people when they get their W's, but we're just on a different path now, and that's okay. So let me throw this comment on screen, and then I'll show you. I'm trying to be a woman of my word. I'm trying to hold myself accountable to this challenge. So it's going to be a challenge for the second half of 2025. Please feel free to start this. Getting this video out in July, so this can still be month one, right? Just think back to the pairs you've worn, especially if you document them by posting them on social media, and then just go from there. And we'll see how this goes at the end of 2025 in December. But here it is. As soon as I have the chance to organize my sneakers, I'm going to use Post-it with the date I wore my sneakers last next to the size tag because I need to start wearing these sneakers. I still have stuff from 2018 I haven't worn yet. It's always the same. I buy them, smell them, throw them back at it in the box. I usually don't even think about them until I want to wear something new. Number one, this comment is it's so many of us at some point, right? And you may think, well, no, TJ, don't you wear all your shoes, or haven't you tried to wear all of your shoes? I have. Even as a creator, I've still tried to wear all of my shoes, right? It's by happenstance that you guys have just seen like the pickups or the shoes that have been added to my collection over the years. I firmly believe I would still have bought way too many shoes, even if it wasn't on camera. I think it just being on camera made it more normal to buy this many shoes because you see so many of your peers doing the same thing, right? And you guys can check out that video I did on why it is so normal in today's age to buy 4 and 5 pairs of sneakers a month, even though if you take a step back, it may not seem normal anymore to you. And that's okay, right? This is about growth, and growth for me. If it doesn't apply to you, then that's okay. It has nothing to do with you. What you're doing is working for you. Please keep doing that. But it's helped me. So I've already started with some Post-its. So again, I told you, okay, I thought this was a genius idea and that I would incorporate this into a video because, you know, when I've challenged myself to do certain things, whether I thought it would have a positive impact on anyone or not, sometimes you guys have let me know that it has. You've commented that maybe you've started that savings account and began putting money aside for yourself or future you, or in the event that an emergency happens, and maybe that wasn't something you were doing before. Some of you have started to invest. Some of you have just done amazing things for yourself, and I'm never going to take credit for it because you know what? You did that, not me. You did that. I'm just here to be a cheerleader for you. I really am. So hopefully this can help somebody else. If you are trying to, you know, kind of have that come to Jesus reality moment with how many pairs am I really wearing? Because sometimes I think, this is just me personally, I think we need it right in front of our faces, right? We need to see how little we're wearing a lot of our sneakers for it to hit home. You know what? You're justified in feeling like maybe you need to buy a few less pairs, or you're justified in wanting to make it through more of your current collection and what you wear instead of chasing everything else that's out. Now, if you still want to chase everything else that's out, even with owning 50, 70, 100, 200, 300 pairs, you have free will to do that. So nobody's telling you that you can't do that. You can absolutely do that. But for me, in my journey of getting rid of more pairs, getting rid of a lot of pairs, I'm trying to cut this collection down by more than half, okay? Because remember, I started, and people have asked, like, well, how many sneakers do you have now? Well, again, just to reiterate, I started with 262 at the start of 2024. Okay, so getting down to half of that is 131, and absolutely where I would love to be right now in 2025, even through the end, but I want to go lower than that, right? Again, 100, and then eventually sub 100. So for me, I'm past the surface level sneakers that just didn't mean a whole lot in the moment, right? They felt, you know, I was happy to buy them when I initially picked them up or just have been gifted them, right? In the moment, you're excited. but your level of attachment to things can change the less that you wear them, the less that you're involved with them. And for sneakers, I think that's very much so true. Okay, so as you get other pairs in, as much as you think, oh, these are going to be the ones I wear all the time, that's false. Okay, it can be false. I'm not going to say that as like a blanket statement, but it can be false. The pairs that you think you're going to wear a lot, you end up not wearing. Some pairs are very sentimental, and so there's like not really a chance that those would be the pairs that leave your collection. And that's kind of like that for me, right? I have really great friends where they have collaborations and I'm so proud of them, and it's like having a part of their win in your closet. So those pairs, safe, set, right? They are marked safe. But I'm past the surface pairs where I didn't really care about getting rid of them. Like, it was easy. I'm now in this part where I really have an attachment to some of these pairs now. In terms of they're just so versatile. I do find myself reaching for them. But even in reaching for them, it's like, how often are you reaching for them? And then is there another pair that is so similar in your closet, it too can get the job done? Does that make sense? Like, that's kind of where my thought is for some of these things. So as we can see on screen here, you guys are going to be able to see, there are Post-it notes now on some of these sneaker boxes. There are Post-it notes because I'm trying to hold myself accountable. So as I've, worn sneakers just day to day in the month of July, I've taken a pen, I put the date on it, and it's on a box. Now, the difficult part here, not all of my shoes have boxes, so this can become tricky, right? If I actually kept all my shoes in boxes, it would be really easy. And I've always thought about, like, at some point, will I not have all of my shoes behind me? Will I change that? Will I maybe put them in boxes? Because that would save me a lot of space. Lots of space. Or at some point, if it's like I'm filming in a different setup, would I just want like a few pairs maybe that are, I don't know, somewhere beside me? And like, again, a totally different setup, like a backdrop of a light and a plant or something. I don't know, just spitballing here, okay? These are the things that go through my mind. But everything that I have here behind me especially doesn't have a box, right? Like, some of these are eBay pickups, like my Air Max 97s and the triple white, not the triple white, that was actually a Foot Locker pickup, but like the spruce, that was just an eBay pickup. So I don't necessarily have boxes all the time. Just to say, like, the KD, this Aunt Pearl that I have, that was a gift, so I don't have a box for that, I don't think. So for everything, I may not have a box, which just means the sticky note may have to go, like, I don't know, like buy the shoe itself. But this is going to help me hold myself accountable. So once I get to the end of 2025, it's right in my face. I can't ignore the data of what I've worn and what I haven't worn, and what pairs I keep reaching for. Like, how many dates are possibly on there? I'm trying to decide if I want to put multiple dates. Listen, I don't have a perfect system mapped out yet. I don't. So you're just seeing me really come up with this off the top of my head. But I'm inspired to do that because I think the visual truth will really help me. Once I get to the end of the year of, yeah, TJ, you really like these pairs. Yes, you love them. Yes, you may love the story or just the design. It's more so now the design than the story behind a lot of pairs now, because we'll have a conversation, I guess, about that in a different video. But it just may be time to let them go. And once you can see in front of you, you haven't worn them in the last 6 months, it might be all the data that I need to push me over the edge. So this is the new challenge, all right, to document your pairs. And I thought about like putting things into an app. I don't have the patience right now to go through that tedious process when I still have all these shoes. I just don't. You have to know yourself. I know myself. So that being said, please comment below if you want to participate. Join the challenge. Clearly inspired by one of you. So let's see if anybody else wants to join in. And I'm pretty sure we are going to not want to face the truth at the end of the year, but I think that'll be healthy for us. Okay? Like, the truth will, it's funny because I think the actual interpretation is like make you free, but I know it's set you free. It's going to do something. It's probably going to force me to be real that I need to get rid of some of these pairs, okay? So again, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and please be sure to catch my recent video, just because I am very happy and proud to see Nike Basketball coming out with so many different product lines, signature sneakers, and then another signature pair that was announced in that video too. So with all that being said, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.